Thank you. Can we go to the next slide? Thank you all. My name's Rick Grellner. I've been the General Counsel for the Comanche Nation for a couple years now. And I just wanted to go through an update on what's going on with some of your cases, and then we can get to some of the challenges after. The first case we have is Comanche Nation Zinke. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for allowing me to be here. First case we have is Comanche Nation versus Zinke. This is a very important case to this tribe because the market study, thank you, which one did I push? The market study for the Red River Casino shows a 25% impact. That's the entirety of your per capita payment. So we felt it was important to defend the encroachment from a tribe to the east and to defend your per capita payments. 25% of the revenue of that casino will effectively decimate. We think that being able to put land into trust anywhere you want to and not following the rules has really been a harm to the small tribes and effectively the Comanches. So that's what this case is about. It's about whether or not we're going to be able to stop encroachment into your market from a related tribe. The next case was CDST versus Comanche Nation. As you all may remember, this case started almost a decade ago. I didn't get into it till the end of the initial trial court process. The tribe was effectively able to uphold its sovereign immunity and dismiss those claims for $9 million. It was a claim against the casino for a casino contract. The key that I worked on after that was the appeal, and we were also successful. The only outstanding issue is, after these series of successes, is going to be whether or not they try to invoke the arbitration clause in federal court. I do not believe they will, but I think at the end of the day, that's the only outstanding issue, and it appears that the tribe's going to be favorable in that outcome. There's a couple cases going on. As you all may well know, the Comanche Nation Court is newly minted, and we've been able to transfer them from CFR court. One of them is the property transaction and whether or not it's upheld. There's a BIA solicitor opinion, and the other one is there's multiple collection cases that the tribe is attempting to collect back payments. There's a motion to dismiss that's being refiled. If you all remember, the Comanche Nation Tribal Council in 2016 ordered the ejectment or the delicensing of a smoke shop on East Gore Boulevard. Well, we were successful because they had that tied up in tribal court. The tribe was successful in getting that appealed, but because it's been in tribal court and CFR court for 2 years, the only avenue was to go to federal court and get a determination that there was no lease. We were successful in that. We were not successful in the ejectment on the trespass because they ruled that acceptance of the funds were consent. So at this point, we will be in tribal court on the issue of the license. There's several things going on in the future with respect to the water rights on the Red River. I'm not sure if you're all aware, but there's a big push in the state of Oklahoma to sell water to Texas. Well, whether you agree with that or not, the question becomes, what is the Comanche Nation interest in that sale? Well, your interest in that sale is any water that's running down the Red River, you deserve your pro rata share of what otherwise would go. And what's happened is there's been an attempt to decouple your water from the water in southeast Oklahoma so they could sell their water at the Hugo Dam. Well, that effectively cut you out of the process and put you into the Court of Claims for decades on end.
3 minutes.
So what we've been attempting to do is put those two back together. The settlement that was reached does not affect your tribal rights, but there has been no agreement on the sale of water, so we'll have to be very active in that. There's also a case in a medical examiner's office that we're pursuing on a wrongful death in Comanche County. It's the Tahoe case against the chief medical officer of the state of Oklahoma. There's been several accomplishments going on. You can see them. They're in the handout. I won't take much time because I only got a couple minutes. But I want to talk about the challenges ahead. Regardless of who you hire, and these are all great lawyers, I know several of them, they have got to defend our casino markets from encroachment. And they've got to be willing to fight the big tribes. If they're not willing to do that, then this tribe and all the other similarly located little tribes are going to be done. We must also continue the march towards self-governance. That will exponentially increase the amount of federal funds for tribal jobs. And so going forward, this tribe now has 2 years of accountability. That's good audits. If they get one more year, you can have self-governance. So everybody in this room that's qualified, obviously, if you have enough federal funds, can work for the tribe. That should be the #1 goal going forward, and this committee is on track for that. We need to expand the economic opportunities in non-gaming related areas, and we must fully fund the newly minted court, and we need to protect the treaty rights. I want to thank everybody for their faith and trust they put in me in the last 2 years, and regardless of who you hire, I'll work with them to make sure they're on track and moving forward. Again, thank you all.
Attorney Richard Grellner.